Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you a naked palette tutorial for the first naked palette, as well as kind of my makeup routine type of a thing. So this is what the eyeshadow is going to look like. It's just super simple, an everyday look. I normally wear it like if I'm just wearing sweatpants to school, or if I don't really feel like doing that much makeup that day. So let's get started. Okay, so right now I have absolutely nothing on my face, no moisturizer, nothing. So we're going to start out with just a moisturizer lotion. It's not like meant for your face, but it says gentle enough to use on face. So this is what I use. My face wash makes my face really dry. So I always try to keep it moisturized that way. My foundation doesn't like look splotchy and even worse on like all my dry spots on my face. So you're just gonna rub that in like normal lotion. And I tend to put it more on like where my dry spots are. Next, we're gonna take a primer, and this is by e.l.f. I use a lot of their stuff mainly because I'm cheap, but it really does work for like the price that you get it. I think I got this at Target, and it was only like $6. So you're just gonna put some of that on your finger. My mom says it looks like guacamole, so I don't know. And then you're just gonna rub that in as well. But I have a little mirror over here, so if I look over here, that's why. So after we are done with our primer, we are going to start with our foundation. Okay, so now I've put little spots of my foundation on my face. It takes a little while to get it out, so that's why I just went ahead and did it. Okay, so this is by CoverGirl, and it is 535 medium light. I hope that there's not a glare. So yeah, I just got it from Walmart. And then this is what I use. It's almost like a beauty blender type deal. I got this at Ulta for like $5. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to pat it in. Just all over. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you get onto your neck, because if we just stop at our jawline, then it's going to look like you are wearing a mask or something. And that's not really that attractive. Okay, so now I have all of my foundation applied, and I'm ready to do my concealer. The reason why I do my concealer after my foundation is if you put it under your foundation, you can tend to wipe it off in the process. And so, this is from Wet n Wild, a coverall stick. And, I tend to just like put like little X's over the spots that I want to hide. And then under my eyes I do a triangle. That way it looks a little bit more natural. It's not just all like right under it. Then you're going to go back and sometimes I'll use this. I use the other side. I use it under my eyes. Just want to get that all blended in, that way you don't see streaks and lines and all this other stuff. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to take a concealer brush in those extra little places that I put that on, I'm just going to go and I'm going to pat it just so it doesn't really wipe it off. It just kind of gets it in there. Yeah. And if you need to like get it up like here or blend in a little bit more closer to your eyelashes, you can use it. Yeah. Okay, so now we are going to go and we're going to set our foundation and concealer. I'm just using this powder from CoverGirl, and it is creamy beige. And I'm going to be using this brush from e.l.f. and it's a flat powder brush. I really like it for applying powder and things like that. So when I go in and do this, I'm just going to pat it on once again, because I don't want to drag any of that concealer out of place. I just want it all to stay right there. And we're still bringing it down into our neck. That way it's all consistent and blended. So now we are going to do kind of like a contour slash bronzer and highlighter deal. This is from Lorac Tantalizer. I got it from Ulta in their little travel section, and it comes with a matte bronzer and a highlighter. And I actually really like it. So once again, I'm just using this flat powder brush, and I'm going to go and I'm going to take my bronzer, and you want to line it from right here on your ear down to the corner of your mouth. You can use like a pencil or a smaller brush. You could go back and take your concealer brush and just kind of line it up. That way you know where you need to put it. That way it'll create more of that contoured look. You don't want to bring it all the way down, a few inches away from the mouth, or your corner of your mouth. You're going to do the same thing to the other side. And then you're going to go and you're going to apply it right up here. Bring it down into your temples. What this does by putting the bronzer up here is it creates kind of like a shadowed look, where like the shadows would naturally fall, and it's going to make our face look slimmer. And then we're going to go and we're going to put some down here on our jawline just to define that. Okay, so now I am going to go and I'm going to take my highlighter. I'm going to use a different brush because that's really big for where I'm going to put my highlighter. This is a smaller powder brush. I got it for Christmas, like a whole big bundle of these, like this, from Bundle Monster. I actually found it online at Walmart, and I asked my grandma for it, and she got it. So I'm pretty sure you can go back and find it online again. So we're just going to put this under our eyes, up to on top of our cheekbones, on both sides. And then up in the middle of our forehead, I kind of just make a T and then kind of brush it out, blend it out, whatever. And then I'm going to contour my nose. I don't really have a set brush I use for this, honestly. I just use an eyeshadow brush. It works like the same. So it's just small, that way I can get it where I want it. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to take my bronzer. I'm going to apply it to the inside. Not really the inside, but where that natural line falls on my nose. And then down here. And then with that, I'm going to bring it up into here. cute, right? I should just leave it like that. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to take my highlighter and just put it down the middle. And so with this, I tend to just kind of blend it with my fingers. That's just the easiest thing to do. Okay, and then we are going to take our blush. This is by CoverGirl. And it is Rose is Silk. It's kind of like a light pink. It has kind of like a slight orangish tone. It's not really pink. So I'm just going to smile and I'm going to apply that to the apple of my cheeks and then bring it up. Yeah. Next, we're going to get to work on our eyes. Okay, so to start on our eyes, we are going to use eyelid primer. I did have e.l.f.'s brand, but I ran out and I haven't gotten a chance to go back and get some. So I'm just going to go back and I'm going to use my concealer. You're just going to apply that to the top of your eyelid. Or not the top, but your eyelid all over. So then once that is done, we are going to go and we're going to use our Naked palette. I got this for Christmas and I've kind of been playing around with it and looking at some other tutorials. So yeah, I don't really use different brushes on my eyes. Whenever I use a Naked palette, I just use the brush they give you. It's just a flat eyeshadow brush, and we are really only going to be using 2 eyeshadows, and it's the 2 matte ones. So it's Naked right there and Buck. So we're going to go and we're going to take Naked. It's just this light tannish matte brown color, and we're going to apply that all over. Bring it up a little bit to your eyebrow, not drastically. You don't want it too dark up there, but just enough to kind of make it shimmer-ish all the way around. Although it is matte, it has a slight kind of shimmer to it. It's definitely not as sparkly, I would say, though, as the rest of them. So once that is on, we're going to go and we're going to take Buck, which again is this darker matte brown. And we're going to apply that here, kind of in a V formation, into the rest of our crease. And this is just going to create more of a dimension to our eyes. I apologize for putting that in the camera. Same thing over here. I actually do kind of like it darker like this one, so I'm going to go and I'm going to refix this one. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back in to my highlighter and bronzer, and I'm going to use a eyeshadow brush. I'm going to go and I'm going to take this highlighter. I apologize for that, my camera broke. So we went and we took some highlighter from our bronzer and highlighter, and we're just going to apply that under the brow bone. Now with the highlighter and all that, you don't really see it too much. Just in normal light